At approximately 8:30 p.m. October the 10th, Jackson Police responded to a disturbance call at 52 Edenwood Drive, Jackson, Tennessee. Officers identified two individuals at this residence, being David Woolfork, Sheriff of Madison County, and Sharon Sangster. Separate interviews were conducted with both parties. Based upon the interviews, officers determined that this was a domestic abuse-related incident. After an on-scene investigation, officers were unable to determine a primary aggressor as required by the domestic abuse statute. Officers advised Ms. Sangster of the departmental procedures as they relate to victims of reported domestic abuse. The Criminal Investigative Division has assumed the investigation, which is ongoing, and at this time there are no further comments that can be made regarding the investigation. Are there any other questions that you might have for me at this time? Understanding that I can't speak to the investigation.
I think it said the court date was October 23rd. Can you confirm that?
I believe that is correct. October 23rd is the date for, not the court date.
Right, yeah.
It's a date for, I want to say, order of protection, I believe is an issue.
Okay.
Did Ms. Sangston have any injuries?
There again, we won't discuss any aspects of it. But injury is required in order for us to make an arrest.
What status does this put the sheriff in prior to whatever the next legal step is? I mean, I think one of the media reported that he had to surrender his firearms.
No, that is not correct.
Okay.
The sheriff's status remains the sheriff of Madison County.
Okay.
This is ex parte as far as the order of protection is concerned. A hearing concerning the ex parte will be within an X number of days before the appropriate judge here in this community. If the judge should decide that the order of protection is justified, then those further issues regarding his position will be addressed by his agency.
Could you explain what that means in regular terms?
What it means in regular terms, if the judge feels like the order of protection should remain in place and it is warranted, then the sheriff will have to dispose himself of weapons, which is required under the domestic violence statute as far, under the order of protection as far as law enforcement is concerned. Well, anybody's concerned, not just specific law enforcement. And that will be handled by his department, if that be the case.
Chief, you may have already answered these questions, and I apologize for the redundancy if there is repetition. Is the police report from last night available?
No, it is not. The investigation is ongoing, so therefore our report's not available at this time.
The 911 tape?
No part of the 911 or any radio traffic or anything is available at this time.
Can you comment on who initiated the 911 call?
There again, that's part of the inclusive of the report, and I feel like if I started to do that, then I'd be compromising the fact of not discussing any aspect of it.
Can you confirm that a complaint has been signed?
I cannot confirm. I'm not aware that a complaint has been signed.
Okay.
I cannot confirm that.
Would it require a signed complaint to initiate an investigation?
No, it does not. Our investigation's ongoing. And I don't know what you would be referring to in regards to.
Well, what role would having a signed complaint, a victim who signs the complaint, because if I understand it correctly, would you not need either demonstrable evidence or the victim who says this is what allegedly happened to sign something, to affirm something in order to initiate an investigation?
Well, to affirm something by a victim would be referred to as a warrant.
Okay.
So to my knowledge, there's no warrant that has been procured by the victim at this time. But in regards to the complaint that has been made, we're investigating that. It's ongoing.
Okay. Has the alleged victim indicated that he or she would like, that in this case she would like to press charges or is willing to press charges?
I do not have any direct knowledge of that.
Okay. So right now you don't have a victim that wants to press charges that you're aware of?
Not that I'm aware of.
That you're aware of.
I'm not saying that that's the case, but I'm not aware of the desires of the victim at this time. But there again, the investigation's ongoing.
Okay.
Explain the not being able to determine a primary aggressor. Why is that important?
It's important because there must be, as was mentioned by Ms. Shirley, demonstrative or evidentiary value there that someone was the primary, in other words, someone was that individual who basically was the lead as far as in doing anything that might hurt or harm someone in some way. And we were not able to make that determination. Okay, thank you, guys. You'll be given a copy of the press release.